What happened this weekend?
So yeah, so I had a battle this weekend. You feel me? I battle rap and shit, something like that. So I was battling some dude named Pyrex. You feel me? You know, we had a good one back and forth. You know, but he had the short jokes and shit. And then we get down to the third. He starts saying something about best friend and losing my right hand man or some shit like that. So me, I took it as he was talking about the homie Starks. You feel me? So that's my bro. So I was like, what the fuck? So I like hesitated because I was like thinking like, what is he talking about? He kept on going. So I ended up pushing him. So when I pushed him, he looked confused as fuck. You feel me? Like, what the fuck did I do type shit. So, and I'm like, nah, this nigga ain't gonna talk about Starks. Some little Asian, family pet eater over there and shit. That nigga gonna be like, you can't say nigga and all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who, what? I'm looking around. I'm like, Brandon Lee over here got some guts talking to me like this. You feel me? So I turned up on him. I started banging. Whatever, where I was from. I'm not going to say that shit on stream, but I said what I said, And when I said it, they were kind of like, oh shit. And then that dude that said it, the Asian, you feel me? The little slenderized motherfucker. That little nigga was talking all this shit. I'm like, hold up, you in my city. It ain't going down like that. So, it had like 3 or 4 people holding me back. You feel me? My pops, my bro Nero, I think TBG was one of them. And then, Slap comes in at the end, my manager, and that's my big bro too. And he ends up like bear hugging me low key, like take me out the event. He starts telling me like your nephews are here, your nieces here, like calm down, So I calmed down because I was like, man, I ain't gonna crash out and do this shit over a battle, which it wasn't over a battle, it was over what he said. But then it became over what the other dude said, and I was off of Pyrex. So, and then when I went back, everybody was cool. Pyrex came out, apologized, you know what I'm saying? Told me that he was sorry and that he didn't mean it. And he told me the bar again, and I was like, oh, it might have not been about Starks, it might have been. But I just let it go because I was like, alright, it might have not been. I don't think he's that type of dude. So I just dropped it and shook his hand, and, we're cool. As far as, that little, I can't stand that kid. But, he hit in the event, the whole event, hit in the venue, didn't come out. And then when I'm not even around, then he all of a sudden he wants to come out and he starts telling my bro that he didn't mean it and he's sorry. Shit he should have been telling me. But, it's funny how, like, y'all trying to make it seem like I did this shit to, because I was losing a battle or whatever. It was 1-1 going into that third. He got that first, you feel me? He edged it. I got that second, edged that second, you feel me? It was still a close battle. Third round, I went. I should have kept on spitting, but I was like, they're not reacting, 15 seconds towards the end. So I just kind of cut it short. He went. He was going crazy. He ended up saying what he said, and I ended the battle pretty much. I didn't let him rap. That's what it is. So, y'all could say, oh, Man1's pussy for saying, certain shit or whatever. But when I went out there, I called 2 people out for a fade. They didn't want to come out. I told my dad something that I'm not going to say what I said on stream. You feel me? And yes, it was mine. Didn't want it to fall out when I was battling. And, that's that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just said what I said, which I shouldn't, but they weren't coming out to fade. You feel me? So I was calling out for fades. I wasn't calling out for for just anything, you feel me? I was calling out for fades, but they didn't want to come out there thinking I'm a joke, so I kind of was like, alright, well, we'll take it to the next level. And then, you know, and it wasn't for Pyrex.